So this is a shout out to all my friends and probably some complete strangers at the same time that worked with me or saw me during the 2013 Wii U Summer Tour with Nintendo. Um, for training for that, I was being trained on the Nintendo 3DS XL because that's what I would be working with because they were adding some new um, staff members to the crew. So I was cast later on in the game for the Downtown Disney activation, which was the first part of the three-part tour that I was a part of here on the west side. Um, so it was really exciting for me because you could play 3D games. There was I was a big lover of the Resident Evil games in the series, so it was awesome to think that I was going to be able to play a 3D version of a Resident Evil game on the Nintendo 3DS XL. So I was very excited about that. But for the entire tour, which was June through September of 2013. I kept talking about how I was going to get a Nintendo 3DS XL and the Resident Evil Revelations game to play on that for the entire tour. And I always said, with my next paycheck, I'll get it. And I just didn't. I never got around to it, and then it was sold out, or they didn't have the one that I wanted. Because at one point I wanted one color, then I was like, let's be cute and get this other color. Um, so it just kept going on and on and on. It got to the point where I actually had bought the Resident Evil Revelations game for the Nintendo 3DS XL, and had the game and not the system to use it in. So fast forward to all the way into November, December, I worked through Nintendo exclusively at Walmart's, and and they sent us a Nintendo 3DS XL to use and a couple of games to demo. Even some were full games while we're out and about because for the 2 months of November, December, I would just show up at two different WalMarts each weekend and basically demo, the Nintendo 3DS XL in the video game department. And the ones that had the Wii U, I would also talk about that and teach people about the games and the systems, and that was pretty much it. So that was super exciting. At the end of the campaign, we got a email from Nintendo saying thank you so much, and as a thank you gift, go ahead and keep the 3DS XL and the game. So I was super excited because yeah, I'd already started playing the Resident Evil Revelations game among other things on the demo, um, but it was awesome because then I didn't have to pay for it. But at the same time, before the program was over, they released the special edition Gold and Black Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds Nintendo 3DS XL, and it was gorgeous. So I ended up buying one of those just because I was like, I need to have it because it's gorgeous and it comes with the game. And then I'll just keep the other one for demos and just to travel and stuff. And so I got that. It probably lasted for maybe a few months before the Switch. Let's see if I can point this out to you. So this is not it, obviously, but the little 3D slider right here, this Switch got broken, so you couldn't put it in 3D. It was just always in 2D, which defeated the purpose of it because I like playing games in 3D, obviously. So I contacted Nintendo and they weren't able to fix it because um, they didn't have a replacement of that particular edition. So I sent in what I had because obviously I did want it, but I wanted to have the capability of playing in 3D. And so they said that they couldn't, and they sent me back just a blue refurbished one. And I was like, I sent you a limited edition one, and you guys sent me refurbished one. So they actually refunded and let me keep the blue one for free, which I just took to GameStop and sold anyways and got some money. But still, so I just was never able to replace that special Zelda one, and I was going to, but it just gets to the point where it's like, do I really want a chance that it might break again? Because I only used it at home. I used this one for traveling around with. So I just don't know how that happened, but it did. Um, so I just never went and replaced it with that old one because on Amazon, you can find it for like a couple $100s, which isn't the end of the world, but I don't use it that much. Other games and other systems, get in the way of the 3DS XL. So what I really want to talk about though is, so what I got for it was the Nerf armor, um, which at the time I thought was great because it protected it from getting any kind of, wear and tear, from me playing. So I used this on the red demo one, and I was really excited about it, but I just took it off recently. And keep in mind, I probably had it on there for about 4 years, if even less than that. And I noticed that when I took it off, it did muck it up. So there's like, I don't know if you can really see, but there's some scratches on it, I guess, from the armor. So not a huge fan of that anymore.